Hello, future residents of the Stevens Point area. It is me, Keegan, and I'm here for another episode of Keegan's Declassified UWSP Survival Guide. And I have an awesome episode for you this week because you have learned how to get involved in the residence halls. You've learned how to get involved on campus. But how are you going to get involved in the community, and what is there to do in the Stevens Point area? This is my attempt to answer that question. I sat down with the man, the myth, the legend, Mayor Mike Wiza for an interview very early in the morning about what the Stevens Point area has to offer you. And I'm here to tell you that this is actually the last interview video that I'll be doing for a while. The semester is coming, and I have got to hunker down and focus on this radio station. But always reach out to me if you have any questions. But here is Mayor Mike Wiza to talk about the community of Stevens Point. As always, thank you for watching.
Well, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Mayor Mike Wiza. I'm mayor of the city of Stevens Point. I got to say that I know the city probably better than a lot of people. Started at UWSP in 1980.
So outside of the campus, what do you think draws people to Stevens Point? What are some of the selling points that you love to hold close to your heart?
I'll start with the Green Circle Trail because that is internationally known. 30 plus miles of bike trails throughout and around the city. Fabulous. And it's a private project. It was done by a group of people who just wanted to do something good. That's one thing that's always impressed me about Stevens Point is that many of the things that we have here aren't because of the city or because of the campus. It's about the people within there that say, hey, I want to do something to make our community better. And then we let them do it. We've got a skate park. We've got the oldest brewery in the state of Wisconsin, actually older than the city by 1 year. We have a sculpture park. We've got our own symphony orchestra. And for a city with a population of about 27,000 people, to have our very own symphony orchestra is simply amazing. We've got the Playhouse Theater Group. We've got the Campus Fine Arts. We've got Central Wisconsin Community Area Theater. We have the Riverfront Arts Center. I mean, just downtown, we've got 3 different art venues. When winter rolls around, we've got 2 toboggan runs over at Iverson Park, plus our sled hills and the skating rink, cross-country ski trails. We've got the Standing Rocks recreational area that has downhill skiing, cross-country skiing, mountain biking. If you don't think there's something to do, you live under a rock because there is so much.
So there's stuff to do that's established permanently, but then there's those events that come and go, like the Jazz Fest that's put on, all of those things. And then the farmers market. We have one of the coolest farmers markets. Can you elaborate a little bit on that farmers market?
We have the longest continually operating farmers market in the entire state. It's not as big as some. You'll find a larger one in Madison or some of the larger cities. Every Saturday, that's the big day. Every Saturday during the summer and now even in the winter, we have a winter farmers market as well. Anything that's grown locally, and there's actually a radius. It has to be local. You have to produce that within a 30-mile radius of Stevens Point. That's in the farmers market bylaws.
So what are some of the indoor things? Like, what are some of your favorite places downtown? What's your favorite thing to do inside? What are some of the opportunities there that if you maybe don't want to run the Green Circle, where can you go and sit on your bike?
Putt and play, for example, up on the north side of town. They have an indoor miniature golf course. Outdoors, they also have a laser tag with obstacles. We've got a couple of different escape room businesses in the city. Of course, all the restaurants. I couldn't even tell you what my favorite restaurant is because they're all awesome. There's always something, whether it's an ethnic food that you like or even American, grab a good burger.
So last question for you, Mayor Wiza. So these students are coming in at a very strange time. They haven't experienced campus yet, and they're a little bit nervous about experiencing college. What are some words of advice you have for our incoming class?
I think the best thing I can say is welcome. And that really covers everything. And I want to explain that a little bit because we are, by nature, a friendly community. We have made that very clear that we want to accept everyone. Now, we're not without our hiccups. Every community has those. But I want to know what you can help bring to the city of Stevens Point. You are going to become part of our community, and I want you to be part of our community. If you have any questions, contact my office directly. I'll help you out. If you're looking for something to do, you let me know because I'll give you a whole list. And I really am excited to have those new students come to Stevens Point, experience our city, and hopefully they'll fall in love with it like most of us have. And they'll go back and they'll tell their friends and they'll tell their parents and relatives, and those people will want to visit. And we're all going to be just one huge, happy, exciting, wonderful community.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for your time, Mr. Wiza. It means the world to me, and it means the world to these students. It's going to be very comforting for these students to know that they have such a wonderful mayor in the city that they are going to be moving into. So thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oh yes, and Stevens Point, oh yeah, what a wonderful municipality.